As somebody that works in AI and with a lot of companies or large companies, what worries you about where we're heading with AI, or where do you think people are making the biggest mistakes that are costing time and money right now?
I think the biggest mistakes, and I say this sparingly, is hiring gigantic service platforms or organizations to clean and completely reorganize your data. I think that that is a trap that a lot of leaders fall into, that in order to find value and drive change at their organization, they need clean, accessible data. And while that does exist for machine learning and using internal data to build out like AI tools or initiatives, there's a lot of low hanging fruit, as I said earlier, but also use cases that could be brought to life in that bottom up perspective through generative AI. So it's almost like that top down approach has more requirements and has a higher failure rate because it needs this clean data as kind of a source to grow. And a lot of the pitfalls I see are, leaders who get really excited about a data plan, hire a giant consulting agency. 6 months in, the plan is delayed, the data is not clean, and then in 2 years' time, there's a new leader at the helm, and it's essentially a pattern of chaos.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And what I've been seeing is the same thing on the tool side. So you kind of mentioned the vendor, hire somebody and go big on that. I've also seen maybe some different strategies, and I'm bouncing back and forth of whether, like, for me as a small business, I love testing the small tools like Whisper AI to just, hit a couple of keys on your keyboard and you can talk to it and it'll transcribe anything. Just saves me hours of typing and carpal tunnel syndrome as somebody who works online all day. And, Grammarly or using different tools like Gamma to create my presentations and stuff. It's easy for me, and I think other small businesses, to pick up these smaller tools and just make a really big impact or try something. It's $20 a month. If it doesn't work out, I can drop it. But I see larger organizations playing it safe with the bigger programs of like, okay, let's just get everybody Copilot. Or if we're at Google House, let's just get everybody on Gemini. And then we'll ban all of the other small tools because we don't know what they're doing and where they're sharing their private information and all of the other stuff, and working it from the core function out. Or even like in marketing, are you a HubSpot house or a Salesforce house? Let's use any tool that integrates with Salesforce and Einstein and then kind of ignore everything else. I think they're both viable strategies, but have you seen any others that make sense or have any different thoughts? Or do you think one is better than the other?
It's interesting. I see the agility available to small businesses is far greater, right? Because there's not that overarching IP risk, or there's not this idea that there's going to be first party data or private data that might be leaked out to the greater sources. So, to your point, Gamma is a tool for some of my enterprise clients would be the most tremendous time save they could ever imagine. But they're stuck with the janky Copilot for PowerPoint, which is not quite good at anything, I could say.